this is really weird. I got this big iron signal. It didn't sound like an artillery shell or anything, but I could tell it was big. So I started digging down, and I hit a blanket. So I'm like pulling on this blanket, and inside this blanket is this bunch of iron that was wrapped up in it. So I just kind of got to thinking, I wonder if there was a body in there. They pitched it off the bridge. They had that iron in there to weigh it down. Maybe it was just a dog. Maybe it was a human. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. But this is the blanket right here. I didn't see any sign of bones or anything, but there was big iron plates that were inside of it. They're somewhere here. Yeah, look at that. Some big iron plates were inside of it. And it's like a little kid's blanket. Oh, Micky Mouse blanket. I don't see any bones or any skulls or anything. That's a mystery. Hope it wasn't a human. I guess we'll never know. So I've been hunting right here up along the bank, and I'm getting a lot of iron, but it's not old iron. It's kind of like, 1950s maybe. Could be later, could be a little earlier. But nothing real old. Everything has been kind of piled up along this area right here. And I threw some of the stuff against the bank so we could take a look at it together. I'm not going to be able to carry all this out. The boat's a ways downriver, but got some spikes like this, got a giant chain. No idea what they'd use that for. That's part of a cutter for hay bind. They cut hay with it. It's an old style sickle bar, and I'm not sure what this is. I've seen these before. Got a doorknob, a doohickey, and a piece of pipe. That's about it. We are in an area that has Civil War stuff, so I'm hoping to at least find a bullet or two, or maybe an artillery shell if we're really lucky. So we'll be working up this way, upriver, right along the bank, and then we're going to come back or out in the middle where it's deeper. I just dug my first piece of lead, and it's a modern 1-ounce sinker. Sounded like a bullet, weighs an ounce too. Next time I turn the camera on, we'll have at least a bullet, I hope. I saw a cool little thing right here I wanted to show you in the water, but the muddy water came up and covered it so you can't see it, but I think I can just reach out and grab it. I didn't actually go over it with a metal detector, but it's right in here. There it comes. Look at that. That is, you know what that is? You've seen these in a lot of my other videos. That is a link to for railroad cars. This is how they used to hold the two cars together. There'd be a pin they drop on each side here to hold the two railroad cars together. They had to do this stuff by hand. So I am going to see this one, so I'll grab it on the way down. I'll show you this little den right here. This is a Muskrat Tunnel. Goes up into the bank, and they dig it out, of course, and they have they'll have a nest up inside there, up in the bank. And a muskrat is a little brown animal, kind of like a really small beaver. They don't eat trees though, the bark. They eat mostly grass and roots and stuff that grow from plants that grow in the water. But they're a fur bearer, so you can trap those and sell the fur. I used to do that when I was a kid. I don't do it anymore. And what you do is you put like a conibear trap right in the entrance. It's like a little box, and they swim through it, and it closes on them and kills them. And that's one entrance there, and they have another one right here, so they can go in or out of either one. But we're not going to worry about telling the trappers where he is, are we? Well, here's my second piece of lead. I guess somebody made a fishing sinker out of whatever this was. Must have been maybe some bar lead or something. Got patterns on both sides, but it's got a hole through it. Looks like they drilled it out. So that's not like a bullet or anything, but at least that's something. It's better than a modern 1-ounce sinker. All right, we've got about another 100 yards on this stretch, and then we're going to work our way back to the boat. I've been here for about an hour and really haven't found much. So if we don't get something soon, we're going to go to a different part of the river. This is a nice high squeaker here. I thought we'd go ahead and dig this together. It's not too big, so we know it's not a can. And it's reading 80, so that might be something good. Let's go under and take a look. Hold your breath. It's going to be hard to see. Well, that's a nice big one. That's an 8-ounce sinker. Half a pound of lead right there. I think lead's 50 cents a pound now. So I just dug my first Civil War bullet of the day. Can't tell if it's dropped or fired, but if I had to get, yeah, I'd say it's probably fired. Looks like it has a little dimple going around there from the ramrod. It's a little mushed. Unfortunately, my camera battery is flashing. Beep, beep, beep. It's almost out. I don't know why. It's a terrible battery, I guess. I'm going to hunt a few more minutes here. I'm going to go back and get the boat. I'm back upstream. Well, let's look around here a few more minutes, see if we can find another bullet or two. And if we have enough juice, I'll show it to you. So I only found that one bullet up there, and I decided to just come on back down to the boat, hunting my way down. There's the boat. Got a good signal right at my feet. Big old 69 caliber mini ball right here at the boat. I guess we should have hunted here a little closer when we first got here. That's pretty sweet right there. Came out of that little hole right there. You can see where it's cleared off. That's dropped for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the batteries out, and we're gonna hunker down right by the boat. But just double check the hole where I found that mini ball, and I can see a modern sinker down there that was in the exact same hole. Can you see it? That's another one of those 3/4 ounce sinkers. We're going to look around here a little closer. There might be some more bullets. Another good signal right down from where I found the bullet in the sinker, which is right there. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Reading a little high, but it could be a big old mini ball. You see anything? I sure don't. Let's get the pinpointer out. I'm having trouble seeing it. I think I'm just moving it around, so I'm gonna have to put the camera down. It might be something pretty light. Well, that's exactly what it was. It's a chunk of melted aluminum. This is probably where somebody had thrown cans in a campfire, and that's really light, so when I was fanning it, it just kind of kept rolling along the bottom. Had it been a bullet, it wouldn't have moved far. Alright, we'll look around some more. Here's a cool little find. It's a Union 6 lever lock. This looks like it's brass. It's probably not terribly old, at least, you know, not Civil War era, but it's a nice solid lock, and it's a pretty one. Not too far from below. We found the bullet right there, the big old 69er. I really haven't found much else, but we'll take this one for sure. Add it to our collection. So do you guys remember what that is? That's the remains of a leg hold animal trap. People would use that to catch muskrats and raccoons and possums and whatever else might be along the riverbank here. That's an oldie. I found this deeper hole right here next to some big rocks. So I think people fish here a lot. I'm finding a few sinkers, like homemade sinkers, and I just found this doodad. No idea what it is, but it looks like it's got something disgusting inside. I don't know if that's cotton or what. But it's a big old brassy thing. And I found a few homemade sinkers, like I said. So who knows, we might find something in this hole right here. It's actually over my head when it's out there in the middle. So we're gonna hunt around here up to about chest deep, see if we can find a shell. Maybe hit that big rock right there and bounce back in the river. I think we might have found a cannonball. I have it on the end of my magnet. It sure looks like the troll train. They're everywhere. I'm pretty sure it's a cannonball. It's a little bit light though, so not 100%. All right, you ready? Oh man, that's definitely a cannonball. Probably shell, which means it would have been hollow with just gunpowder in it. It's a little bit lighter than 12 pounds. It's probably about 10. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a cannonball. Bounce off that rock right there. Just like we were saying earlier. Not the exact spot, but we were pretty close. Let's hunt this a little slower now. It's an old deer skull here. Look at that. I think it's a buck. Ooh, yeah, it is. Looky. That's actually pretty cool looking. Oh, it's black like that, I guess, from being in the mud. I think we'll save that one too, just for the heck of it. some fishing line wrapped around it. Okay, I'm going to put it on the bank right there by the mailbox, and we'll get it in the boat when we come back. Well, I haven't found anything quite a while. It's been raining on and off. A little bit of thunder and lightning, but not too bad yet. But you can see the rain coming down there. Sun's still out though, which is kind of weird. It's pretty sunny yet. So it's about 7 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and call it quits for the day. My motor on my boat isn't running too good, and I got a problem with my truck. I got to work on the brakes. They're seizing up again, so typical Ford problem. But let me show you what we found today. We didn't find a tremendous amount, but we found a cannonball, so that always makes for a good day. That's a 12-pounder. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little bit, and I'll let you see it cleaned up here in a few minutes. Of course, we found this lock. It's a Union 6 lever, or lever, and a couple bullets, really. That's about it. You know, a few odds and ends. Not much else. So let me clean this up real quick, and I'll get right back with you. All right, so I have it cleaned up, and it's a 12-pounder. If you look right here, you can see a little outline of a hole. So this is a fuse, probably a wood fuse, so this would be a Confederate cannonball. That's why it feels so light, because it's hollow inside. So but yeah, cannonball, pretty cool. Couple bullets. I'm gonna run home. I'm gonna get a video out for you guys tonight, and tomorrow morning I'm gonna work on my truck and my boat, and hopefully by the afternoon we'll be on the river again. I hate to leave it this evening. Such a beautiful evening.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets, she's promised.